Right, so here we are back on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. The AC wasn't working, so I checked it out, and there was very low charge, so filled it up with Freon, or at least partially. You know, made sure the clutch engaged on the compressor, etc., which it did, but didn't when I put the AC on until I put some Freon in it, which was great. And then I discovered that the blower wasn't blowing, and there's nothing worse than something not blowing. So I went and got myself a new resistor, but in taking the old one out, whoops, sorry about that, chaps. Taking the old one out, I noticed it was kind of burnt. Look at this lot. I mean, what a mess. So, not wishing to risk this, because this has probably got a problem as well, so I bought a new one, and I bought the most expensive wiring harness you can get, about 40 bucks, and the resistor again about 40 bucks, and started to untape it and discovered someone else has been here before. Obviously this is a common fault with these damn things. So I'm going to make sure that the motor is free. I've tested it on the bench and it works fine. But of course they're really helpful, you know. We got white wires and black wires. Great. Thanks, guys. And all of these are different colours for obviously different speeds. So I'm going to chop it off up here, and then I'll be able to strip it back and make the connections in the correct place, and I will tape them up. I'm using the connectors that actually came with it. These are the connectors that came with it. They seem to be very good connectors, so I'm going to use those. In fact, I might, I don't know if I've got any heat shrink. If I've got some heat shrink that will fit over these, then I'll heat shrink them. If not, then I will just use tape, which is not something I like to do, but hey, needs must when the devil drives. And with me around, he drives a lot. So yep, as you can see, that is a real mess there. I'm not even going to attempt to get it apart. All right, so let's get on with it. Right, having stripped this back further now, a lot of these are burnt. It's almost as if the joints weren't that good and created heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop them all off at the same level here, strip the ends, and then I can match them up to the relevant position here where I can install my nice new one. I'm going to cut these wires individually rather than, you know, try and chop all of them at once. Reason being, I don't know if these are hot or not, but why take the risk? So let's just take them across here and do that one and that one. Trying not to touch the other ends. And I'm bringing it down at a slight angle because that way all the connectors won't be bunched up together in the same position. Unfortunately, Mr. Red here has been chopped short, but well, that's not going to be too much of a problem, and we'll do that one there. Okay, so there we are. They are now all cut and ready to be stripped, and I will strip them one at a time. Nothing like stripping one at a time. And then because I've left a piece in, I know which one goes where the hell it goes, and that is extremely handy. So, and we will just start from one edge. So the first one I will do will be this shitty colour, and we know that that shitty colour one with the connector, with the connector this way up, the shitty colour one goes to that first wire. So that's what I'm going to do. No point in you sitting watching me do that. I'll come back once I've completed the connections, but first I'm going to go check and see if I've got any heat shrink that's big enough to go over this lot. All right, back in a second. Right, we haven't quite completed all the wires. I just thought I'd throw this in before I got onto them. The heat shrink I've got is extremely large, and unfortunately it only shrinks down so far, but it's stuck and it's protected. So the next thing I need to do is move my way along the connector. Hopefully you can see that. And grab the next wire, obviously this one, and then grab the next wire on here, which is the orange one. Now what I'm going to do is, as I've done the red one, it's off, it's out of the way, I know it's done. So the next one is the orange one. I will get that sorted out. And if you, I can't remember if I mentioned it in my previous video clip, but that red wire is hot. So be careful. I touched it up against this rivet, or the tool, and it, whoa, which wasn't good. Also, I had a comment on one of my videos that I dropped the F-bomb too many times, and I do apologize for that. It's unfortunate. It's one of the things I've grown up doing. Not that my parents ever would have allowed it, but I'm the Gordon Ramsay of mechanics. I do drop the F-bomb quite a lot, and I'm trying not to, but occasionally you will hear me say fuck. And if that really offends you, then I guess you're not going to watch my channel. All right, let me now crimp off the rest of these, get them done, and then I'll show you the installation of the resistor and of the fan. Okay, as you can see here, I've now completed all the wires. They're all connected. I tugged on every one of them in the hope that I'd made a good connection. Next, what I'm going to do, and I really do detest doing this, but I'm going to wrap tape around it just to keep everything neat and tidy with some black tape. I used to have some tape that would bond to itself, but I seem to have mislaid that, so I'm just going to have to use normal insulating tape, which is not perfect, but there you go. All right, so let me get that done, then I'll show you putting the resistor back in, putting the fan back in, and I'll show you as well how the fan comes out, because it is really effing simple. See, I'm saying effing instead of fucking. Sorry, couldn't help myself there. I needed a fuck. In more ways than one. So let me wrap this up and show you what's next. Okay, and get my ass down here a bit. So now we need to put the ballast resistor back in its little hole. First we have to find the little hole. It's over here. Oh, hang on a second. You are pointing in the wrong direction. There, and this only goes in one way. If you try and put it in that way, it's wrong. It goes this way round. And get that in there. Get the screws lined up. And this is a 5.5 millimeter. So let's get that in there. Excuse me, I'm trying to do this and it's just a little tricky. If you don't excuse me, well, that's your problem, sweetheart. Okay, I'm then using my trusty snap-on. Yes, I get paid millions just to mention their products. God, wouldn't that be nice? So let's tighten this up. Okay, and this side too. Come on, baby, light my fire. All right, now we can grab one's trusty connector and stick it in the hole. Come on, baby. It doesn't want to go in easy. Wow, that's tougher than I expected, I must admit. There she goes. There she blows. All right, now this connector goes to the motor. So let me get the motor. Again, this motor can only go in one way, but you just move that out of the way. You're going to get there. Okay, so we stick it up in the hole, and we're going to need to get the connector here. Okay, here we go. Oh. And once you get it in, line it up. It's not that easy to line it up, but once you get it in the right hole position, sorry, this is not easy to do, so you're just gonna have to bear with me, guys. You see it only going in one position. No, it's not an in position, it's a one position. Come on, get in there. Get in there, Morton. Why can I not get it in the hole? Because I'm filming it, that's why. Okay, now where's my little peg hole? There it is. Nope, that's not it. Alright, there it is. You push it up and in and then turn it clockwise and it will click, and that's it in. And when you're taking it out, there's a little tab. You just push the tab and you push it. Let me see, which way do you push it? I wonder if I could find it, would help. There it is. You push the tab up, basically. Oh, stop it! I hate that word. You push the tab up and turn it anti-clockwise, or as you guys say, counterclockwise, and it will drop out. I mean, it's great. No nuts and bolts and shit. Then all you have to do is plug the wire back in. And again, of course, you need to find the hole. Not always easy. And it's... Ugh. Come on, you. Don't fight me. I'm trying to help you. Jeez, guys. Alright, then click this. Back to... Yeah, alright, you don't want to go in easy, do you? And there we go, and... Oh, shit! I didn't get the motor in properly. Give me a second, let me get this fucking thing in the hole. Okay, I got it lined up properly this time. I didn't quite have it caught before, and you do have to make sure, so you kind of have to stick your head up your ass and then you can do it. So now, live on camera, we're going to do the big test, turn the ignition on and see if the blower motor works. If it doesn't, you ain't going to see this. Right, let's turn it off to start with. Ignition on. Fan position 1. Fan position 2. Fan position 3. Fan position 4. Fan position 5. Oh baby! Oh Christ, all the crap that's coming out. This hasn't worked for a while. Oh yeah, there's some shit in these pipes. All right, boys and beautiful girls, ladies. Oh God, I love you so much. That is that fixed. Now what I can do is make sure the AC is working properly, and that's all I had to do there was charge it up. So next thing, we'll fire it up, we'll get the AC working. You don't need to see that. Well, maybe you want to see it, but you're not going to see much. You know, you're going to see me turning the AC on. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm so happy with that. Okay, it cost me $40 and $40 ballpark numbers to get those things done. So that's it. It's beautiful. All right, there you go, guys and girls. Hope you enjoyed that video. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, send me emails if you want. gstargarage@gmail.com, and that's star with 2 R's. Now, one thing I just want to show you, if I can do it, let me grab the camera, is, whoops, sorry about that, up here, that is the catch. I don't know if you're going to see this. That's the catch you need to push where my finger is, right there. You push that, and then you just twist the motor, and the whole thing drops out in your hand. It's a good design. Well done, car designers. You have just gone from 99 minus to 98 minus. Thank you. End of video. See you guys on the next piece of fun that I do.